are on the next episode of season 7, specifically episode 2. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Goldi. That's it.
What up? What
That's
up? What
it.
up? What up? What up? Nah. You gotta
Goldi,
get your voice. You gotta get.
I'm a
You got.
teacher. I'm a content creator. I don't do stand-up comedy, but I do, virtual behind the scenes comedy. I'm an actress. I do behind the scenes work. I'm about to do a horror movie next Monday.
You about to do a horror movie?
Yeah, I'm about to film a lead role in a horror movie.
Where are you the killer or like the one that survives?
I'm definitely the one that survived. I'm seeing black people go down in horror movies. Okay, this black person is not going down in a horror movie, but I'm kind of like both sided. I can't tell you too much. It's like a little thriller suspense situation.
I got you. Hey, we all gotta stay tuned. Hey, let me know when that shit releases. I gotta check it out.
I will. I definitely will.
It's that season of horror, so we gotta get into that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be fire.
Hell yeah! Are there Latino characters in the movie as well, or?
It's 4 characters. It's me. It's another gentleman. It's a lady, and it's a horror person.
Okay.
So, no, but I don't feel like it's Latino people in there. I know we're in Hispanic Heritage Month. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not that I know of.
I got you. So that's cool. We definitely gotta stay tuned to that. And then you said you teach as well, right?
Yeah. So I just graduated Tuesday with my associates in childcare, and I teach. Right now, I'm teaching 2-year-olds, but I used to teach 4th and 5th graders, and I'm trying to settle and teach like kindergarten classes. I think that's where my heart really is, teaching crazy little kindergartners.
Yeah, I was a troublemaker in kindergarten. You sure you ready for that?
But I feel with them forever. I'm used to them. But the 4th and 5th graders are rough. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there.
Yeah, I was rough at that age too.
4th and 5th graders.
My thing is, this is a new generation, so I don't know exactly how they are now. But
they are crazy. They are cursing. They are smoking. They are watching stuff they should not be watching.
Like this, they're smoking.
They're
something
vaping. Like they're vaping. They're doing Black and Milds.
Black and Milds.
Black and Milds. I was like,
that's crazy.
This is not. It's not innocent for me. It's not innocent enough for me. I want my little, potty training.
I had my first Black and Mild when I was probably a sophomore or junior in high school.
You see, that's the experimental stages.
Right.
There.
Yeah, 4th and 5th grade is a little wild. Like, what are you doing with a Black and Mild?
What are you stressed out about at this early age? What is the matter?
I don't know. Have you heard the new lingo? Like the new slang words and stuff like that kids are using?
Sometimes, and they really be revealing my age a little bit.
Yeah, like there's this one called, I think it's called like skibbity or something. I'm like, skibbity, bro. Like, what is this shit?
What is that?
Skibbity, I don't know. Like, if someone says, I just know this. If someone says you're like Skibbity, Ohio, that means you're like trash, I think. Like. But if they're like you're like Skibbity Sigma, whatever the fuck, then you're like you're golden, like good. You know what I'm saying? Like you dope like that.
They lost me.
Like that. Yeah.
They lost me.
But like the Skibbity shit, like I'm like, what is this? Who came up with this? You know what I'm saying? Like who? You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't know the new slang type deal, but it's interesting because it's almost like they're coming up with their own language.
So do you feel like you gotta keep up with that lingo to like understand what's going on, or it's just like funny? You don't gotta learn it.
Ooh.
I think Skibbity to me would sound like you were fire.
That's what it sounds like, but I don't know.
It sounds like somebody will be calling you fire off the rip.
That's what it sounds like, but I don't know. Like sometimes, like they'll be like, "You Skibbity this," and I'm like, "Damn, all right." Like, I don't know, because I have younger siblings, so they'll kind of try to put me on to like the new lingo, but it's like I'm not with it. Like I'm not gonna use that in daily day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying?
That is not our generation. I have a younger sibling too. My sister is 11. That is like
okay, so you know exactly where I'm coming from because my younger sister is 12, so there. You know what I'm saying?
That is rough. I feel old.
I feel definitely old. You know, she plays flag football too, because like that's a new thing. Like female flag football is like the new thing now. And they beat a team, and the team was like butthurt about it, and so they're going belt, belt after shaking hands with them. I guess that means like we whooped you type deal, even though they lost. Like I don't know, I don't get it.
That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. If you saying belt because you got beat, that's kind of dope. I like that one.
I fuck with it, but it's like they lost, so why are they saying belt? Like,
Oh, I thought your sister's team was saying this.
nah, the other team was saying belt to them, even though they lost.
All right, so they lost me again, Emma.
But it would be tough, like if they
It would have
won.
been tough here. I don't know.
I don't know. This it's the new generation stuff. But let's see. Getting into our first category here. Let me see what this is. That is, I'm guessing that is generational. All right, so generation. Actually, that ties in good because we were just talking about that. So, how do you feel about this generation?
This generation to me is very soft, like very soft, very outcasted. Like a lot of things that we went through growing up kind of
Yeah,
like built character and prepared us for the world that we're in now. Like I feel like they were sheltered and kind of like, not to get all teacherish, but like some of the stepping stones that you learn in the fundamentals and the cognitive learnings is not
yeah,
where it should be. Like we have way more antisocial children because you never develop those social skills, especially the COVID babies. They didn't have that, when that age that they were, that was the most crucial time for them to build that social cognitive development. They skipped over that. And now
right.
these are the kids in our classrooms that don't know how to problem solve, don't know how to, conflict resolution. So I feel like they're soft because they skipped out on a lot. And then outside of school, they skipped out on the cell phones. We ain't have cell phones. Well, I ain't have no cell phone like that. I had bikes. All my friends were wherever all the bikes were. That's where all my friends were. We used to skip country, but we were back home and the lights came on. Street lights came on. I'm
Time to go
out.
home. Yeah, time
Go
to go home.
home. Like we all knew we got head home. Like it was respect, it was a lot of things that they are missing. So they're not
Yeah,
like weird. They're just very sheltered and not fully prepared for life.
I feel like a lot of that is due to technology, though. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like, you have the new phones coming out, and again, like parents are buying these phones for kids that are like, 5, 6, 7 years old, and then at the
Right.
same time they're playing these video games with people online too, so they're learning stuff from people online. I just feel like it's really because of the technology. That's why they kind of want to stay indoors and they're learning these crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. You know, I feel like we would be in the same boat if we had this much technology back then, but we didn't. So we was outside and we was doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But I definitely agree. Like I agree that they need to go outside for sure. People need to touch grass more
A
in general.
lot more, a lot more. Learn different stuff more. Like get beat for your, not like domestic,
Yeah.
like get a little beat here and there. Like build that character, that resilience. Don't be so. And
Yeah.
then the technology, though, I would say the opportunities now we did not have back then. Like you could live the best life from TikTok. Like TikTok is, buying cars, buying houses,
Yeah.
giving people really, really great opportunities, making, 20-year-olds millionaires because they were on TikTok, use that exposure, got their license in cosmetology, maybe,
Yeah.
branched off into their own business. And now, because they had that exposure through TikTok. So that's the only upside I would say that this generation has.
Yeah. I would say like it brings more opportunity, technology and online wise for sure. But I feel like when you have kids that are saying, "Hey, I want to be the next TikTok influencer, or I want to be the next Instagram or YouTuber," and it's like, I get it. Like you see your favorite people doing that stuff, cool. But at the same time, like we need doctors too. We need,
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying? We need nurses. We need, all pilots. We need people like that. Like we need people that are in these jobs that are in demand type deal. You know what I'm saying?
You
And
don't
I
feel
feel
like
like
those jobs are, I'm sorry to cut you off.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
You don't feel like those jobs are being like taken over by technology themselves though?
They. I mean, potentially, yeah. Potentially, it could be like robots might take over that shit in like the next 30 years or so.
They
But
already got robots doing brain surgery.
Dead ass? I didn't see that. Dead
They got
ass.
robots doing brain surgery. Like the humans are there, but the humans play way less of a role that they should in such a crucial surgery.
But see,
Like,
that's my thing. Like, if we rely on machines to do all these jobs that are in demand, right? Where does that leave us humans to make money? You see what I'm saying?
I don't even know.
Even to rely on TikTok and Instagram and all that shit, we have AI.
We do.
Motherfucker could just AI themselves into a video or into a picture and do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where's really the realism into it?
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So and first off, the AI stuff, I think it's cool, but at the same time, it's creepy as fuck.
Very creepy. Like the extent that the AI can go to.
Like, think about someone could take literally your body and do whatever they want with it, as far
Right.
as content goes. Like that shit is creepy as shit.
And it'll look real. It'll look just like me. It will look
Right.
just like me.
And like they could be like into some like nasty like weirdo shit, like porno shit, and like make you naked or something and post that. You see what I'm saying? Like that can get out of hand real quick.
That's right. But I mean, it depends on what people think to do with it. But whoever created it has to know. You know, it could go any way. It could be dark. It could be light. It could be made. You can do business with it. Digital content. Lots of digital content. But I wrote a couple of papers in school using AI. I was I was not I was not trying to get off work and do no
Yeah.
study and write no paper. I'd be like, all right,
Well,
chat
well, I mean, I
GPT.
understand that. Like, if you use AI to help you, like, cool.
Yeah, but all the
We've all
other
done
stuff
that.
is
We've
still
all used AI to help us here and there, but I mean, like, to have AI completely just take over, like, take over your life, take over
great.
everything, and just have AI do completely your whole lifestyle. I feel like that's where it gets ridiculous because it's like, where are you playing your role at? Like, what are you about to do?
Like you're not
All you
even
do
needed
is clicking a
at this.
button, like, huh?
You're not even needed at this point. If AI could just take over like that, it's crazy.
And that's kind of my fear with it because it's like if technology and AI really takes over, like
Mhm.
where does that really leave room for us? Us as real living human people, where does that actually leave us at? You know what
You
I'm
don't have
saying?
a room. That's like a world takeover, like all these villain movies, and they want to take over the world. We're not gonna exist. That is crazy.
You know what I'm
We're
saying? But like with this generation we live in now, where exactly do you like see it going, future wise?
Future wise, I really do feel like there's going to be another form of COVID. There's going to be another lockdown because that was a really great opportunity, for population control. That was a really great opportunity to have a lot of people doing, what the government wanted them to do, like as far as getting vaccinated and, like your people are home. For me to do content, sometimes I think what time I'm going to post certain things. Like, oh, around 9 o'clock in the morning, people are at work. They're on their phones. So I have percentage of people. So I feel like you have everybody in the house on lockdown. You up the prices on hand sanitizer, and now you can just broadcast whatever you want to broadcast because you have everybody, in the house on TV. So I see it going down that path of another lockdown.
Mm.
uh, I really do hope aliens invade. I really, really do. Like,
What?
if
Okay,
something
so
to happen.
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but like, why am I the only like? I feel like I was the only one that said that until you said that. So thank you for that.
So,
But I want that kind of too because it's like I feel like it's gonna
come
teach us a thing or
on.
two. It's gonna one humble humanity and two it's
Mhm.
gonna probably teach us something or two. Like, hey,
I
you,
teach so
you-
much. Like, there's so much being hidden that they just come down. Just throw some excitement into it.
right. It's just it's so crazy to think about. It really is because I definitely am a believer. I definitely think that stuff exists,
Yes,
and
I
that
think it is
brings
so
us
crazy not to
absolutely,
believe in them.
and that brings us into if it'll load, there we go. Conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? I feel like definitely aliens exist for sure. And I feel like they've been around for a while now.
Yes.
Um, I feel like they helped with the pyramids, they help with all these structures, they help with everything. I don't necessarily believe that they're the enemy and they're trying to take over and trying to like exterminate humans, to say. I just feel like they're trying to help out, if that makes sense. Because I feel like if they were trying to take out humanity, they would have already done so.
They would have already done so. The technology and stuff that and advancement that they have. Come on, like
Right,
come on, that is
right,
crazy.
right.
And
They
I
would have
think it's
already
so dumb.
done it, but I feel like they kind of want to see us as like a civilization as a whole develop and help us out. Maybe you know what I'm saying?
I never thought about that. Never thought about what side they were on.
That's what I'm saying. Like most people would be like aliens, like they're trying to take over, they're trying to do this. Like, and what if that's not the case? What if they're just trying to help us develop? And the technology we have now is possibly because of them. Let's
That
think
is true.
about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like the technology we've had back then and the technology we have now is possibly because of extraterrestrial life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Are
Between the
you
Tesla and the Cybertruck, that is always giving me like aliens. Oh, sorry, aliens exist.
where do
Like
balloons come from?
you know when you do like certain stuff on the iPhone, it has like you got the fireworks, the heart, and the balloons pop up. I forgot.
I didn't even see the balloons. I didn't know the balloons would pop up. That's crazy. That's wow. That's cool
You
though.
can do that. You can do a little heart thing too. I don't know if it's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. But I guess aliens. Ugh, I love aliens.
I feel like I said, I'm just interested in it. Like I feel like if they want to make themselves known, they would, and I think they should. To be honest, like we're kind of like if they do, fuck it,
I feel
do it.
like they don't feel like we're worthy enough. Like the way we behave, especially America, is like not
Mm,
even worthy of you guys to come down. Like all the stuff
um,
that's happened, they have to be up there laughing at us. Like maybe like what you said, they probably tried to help us. They could be like, "Oh look, I tried to help you guys, and now you're running into." You never know. But I don't feel like they feel like we're worthy enough because we are ghetto.
yeah,
Earth,
we
Earth is
we
ghetto.
definitely got a lot of issues as a country as a whole for sure. Definitely enough to make me want to say like in the next 5 years I don't want to live in the states. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready to leave type deal.
Yeah.
But my thing is I don't know. I just feel like they definitely should help with war because we need a lot of help. We
But
need
you
a lot
never
of
know
help.
talking to them. Like, did you ever see that story? I forgot who it was. It was one president years ago, and it was supposedly like one of the aliens came down in human form, like out in open, came down human form, had a conversation with the president, and I think the bargain was that he just wanted to take humans, up into space to like do
Awesome.
tests and stuff, and I think that the president said that the human population was not ready mentally for this kind of, thing to happen.
Okay.
So I remember
I know what
that.
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I saw something like that, except what I saw was more so like they agreed to it. Like they're like, yeah, you could take humans, do whatever you want, but you need to return them type deal. Like you could do experiments, do whatever you want, but you need to return them safely type deal. And I
I
think
was
that's what I
say
saw.
that. Come on.
So I don't know. I don't know what kind of deal was made. I don't know what kind of thing was happening, but I definitely think abductions do happen and experiments do happen and they do get returned. You know what I'm saying? Because people have stories about seeing this type of stuff and getting abducted and shit like that. Like you'll possibly meet someone that's had a story or so. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. I wish it could be me. I would always say that. Like, if I ever had to go down for something, I don't want to get hit by a bus. I don't want to get, like, kidnapped. That's, like, too mediocre. I want to be
Mediocre.
abducted by an alien. Like, yeah, all that stuff is so, like, mediocre. Like, getting, I don't know, kidnapped or, like, hit
I
by a
got
bus
a
or whatever.
I got a weird question. Would you mate with an alien? Would you ever mate with an alien?
I would. I would. I
Okay,
would do whatever
okay.
they want me to do. Just do not probe me. Don't probe me and don't make me forget or don't pull out that Men in Black thing and don't do that to me. You can do whatever you want to do. We can have some nice little alien mixed babies, okay? Just don't probe me, but I
Wouldn't
would.
that be dope? Like a half breed, like alien, half human. Like that'd be some dope shit.
Yo,
That'd be
let
some
me
dope
just
ass shit. You know what
that'll
I'm
be a
saying?
child offspring, whatever we're gonna call it,
Right.
okay?
And like
But I
the
feel like
like
the mating would be disgusting. Like, ugh. Can you
for
what
real,
would
what if
that
it's
be like?
different? Like what if they like I don't know, I'm gonna say something random. Like what if they like fuck through their feet or some shit, like on some weird
Yeah. I'm like, what if something comes out and goes in your ear? Like,
ooh. They fuck you through the brain? Yeah, bro.
probably like mind fucking. I don't know. It can't be normal.
I don't know. I don't even know if I would. Like, I'd have to see what the alien looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have to see.
But you gotta see if the alien's your type or not.
Right. Like, if they look like a baddie, like, I'd consider it. You know, like, I'd be like, okay, you know, why not? And then if
Ah,
like something weird comes out of their body, I'd be like, nah, never mind.
it's too
I don't
late.
want.
It's too late. It's too late.
It's not too late. I don't want to know where the hell that goes. Nah, bro. Go up my ass or something. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm pass. You know what I'm saying?
Funny, I definitely would. I used to think about that a lot. Like,
Dead
it
ass,
would
you
be
think about
so,
mating with the alien?
yes, like whatever you want to do, just don't probe me. I will do whatever you want me to do. Just do
What
not
if they
probe.
have? What if they have to probe you to mate with you? Like that's part of their like process.
That'd be so corny. I'd be so disappointed.
They're like, you have
I'd
to
be,
forget everything. By the way, like
I'd
it's
be so disappointed. Like, I won't tell anybody. I promise you. They're not gonna believe me anyway. They're gonna probably lock me up somewhere. I'm not gonna tell
probably
anybody nothing.
probably. They'll probably pass you to like the alien homies and shit and be like, yo, like
Ooh, not an alien gang. That's crazy. That is crazy.
that'd
Yeah.
be so crazy.
I didn't even think
An
about that.
alien gangbang. That shit would be wild. That sounds like something a porn director is gonna like make in the next year or so.
Um,
What
I
the
would
fuck?
agree to that. Just don't probe me. Like, whatever we gotta do to negotiate the probing out of it. Like, let's do it.
I don't know, but like my thing is like on my TikTok because I'm into like the alien shit too, like all that extraterrestrial stuff. But like on my TikTok, it pops up about like the Earth, about space, about all that shit, and it's like they say like what if like Mars was like a previous civilization that got wiped out due to technology and
Mm,
then moved to Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all kinds of like theories and stuff that make you really think about where we actually come from. Because think about it, like animals and all that shit, they don't have to cook their food to eat it. You know what I'm saying? They can
sure.
just eat the animal or eat whatever and they're
There.
fine. Versus us, if we don't cook it, we get sick, we get whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what if we are the extraterrestrial life to Earth? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
we
that
are.
makes you think.
We probably, I think it's so ignorant to think of all these different galaxies and planets and think that humans and aliens are the only living. Like, Earth is tiny. Earth is
Right.
the tiniest. Right. You cannot
Not
be
only
sick.
not only that, but we're the most advanced species on Earth too. Like you gotta think, we're the only species that uses technology, that uses shit to like live our daily lives. What other animal does that? You know what I'm saying? Like what other species does that?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody. We're like the ghetto batch of aliens they didn't want, maybe. Like, we didn't make the cut.
We're the
So,
outcast
yeah.
alien.
Yes, we're the outcast of aliens because we didn't make the cut. And I just feel like the Teslas and the Cybertruck, like, I don't know, what's his name? Elon was being an asshole because he put that spaceship UFO sound on the Teslas because it was illegal
Yeah.
for cars not to make noise. And I'm just like, where did you get that from? Where'd you get that from? You know, like, it's not just something you just
Some
want to
people
do.
believe I don't know if you're like real religious or not, but some people believe Elon Musk is like the spawn of Satan, basically like the Antichrist. You believe that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that deep into him and like figuring out all the things he's tied to. But I mean, I wouldn't be against it if I did do my research and find out stuff that he did.
But I mean, there was like an image of him like wearing like a suit that had like the like a devil type or like a goat type symbol on his chest type deal. It was like a super suit, like a superhero suit type thing. It was weird, and it had like a goat horns or something on it, and so people were like, "Damn, he's the devil or
I
something." Like
think
he's
I
the
saw
Antichrist.
that. I really think I did see that. Was it like, who had the painting? Somebody had a painting.
Was there a painting? There was a painting of him.
No, it was a painting of somebody. Was it Trump? Or somebody, some big figure had a painting done. And it was
Uh-huh.
like the devil with the horns. It was like kind of abstract, but not abstract.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that painting.
Yeah. I keep myself like kind of level, so I don't like dive too deep into it because I'll be like drowning. Oh,
I'd be too freaked out to like think about like demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I want to dive into it to learn like what is evil and what's not type deal, but like I'm kind of like I don't know. I might learn too much or something. You know what I mean? Like or like something might follow me. I don't know. Like
But you might. You never know. When you put stuff into your subconscious, it starts like playing out in your everyday life.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
they're actual.
Look,
That's it.
I'm Chicano. I come from a superstitious family, so you know what I'm saying. Like my abuelita was always like, "Don't watch horror movies. Don't watch that shit. Like that's gonna bring the evil shit, evil energy to where you live, stuff like that." So I was like, "I got you. I'm not gonna do it."
That is true. Energy is definitely true. I used to love horror movies. I watched horror movies my whole entire childhood. I probably shouldn't have been watching horror movies at the age I was watching it. Like
Same,
killings, and that was me.
same. But I was watching the old school, like the slashers, like the ones that weren't so demonic. You know what I'm saying? Like Friday the
Like Friday and
13th.
Jason, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like those weren't
Yeah.
really demonic. Those were just like serial killers, like that were going after people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
normal.
But
It was like it was like normal horror movie type shit versus nowadays it's like
everything.
someone's got to be possessed and someone's got to be
Right.
vomiting and you know what I'm saying, twisting up in a pretzel and it's like what the fuck, dude? Like why do we need this? You know?
They ran out of ideas, like, because I really feel like at one point everybody had the same kind of horror thing. Like, it was so predictable. Like, it was either the family going away and then something happening to them,
Right.
or they
Yeah.
move into this house and, house is for sale. They move into this house in like the middle of nowhere because somebody died and left it in the will. And that was like how everything started unfolding. So I feel like maybe they had to spice it up. Like the spookiest one I saw after that was Jeepers Creepers, like the cannibalistic stuff.
That shit was wild.
When
Yeah.
they start throwing cannibalism in horror movies, I was like, all right, maybe we
That
should be
and
watching.
that and what was it? Children of the Corn, bro. That shit was fucking weird. You ever
I
seen
didn't
that
see
shit?
Children of the Corn. No, no, The Hills Have Eyes. That one.
Bruh, that one was demonic. That was straight demonic.
That
Nah.
one. I didn't
But
see
like
Children
Children of
of
the
the Corn.
Corn was basically like a bunch of children that like they killed off all the adults and shit. So like
Mm.
every adult they see they gotta kill off because they're like kids rule. And like if they turn 18, they have to sacrifice themselves and shit like that. Like it's
Oh,
crazy.
so nobody could turn 18.
Like they could turn 18, but they gotta sacrifice themselves because they're an adult. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
That's
But
crazy. Yeah.
yeah,
I watched that
it's
movie.
it's I mean it's cool like what people came up with like creatively with horror movies and stuff like that. It really is. But I don't know, like going back to the conspiracy theories and shit like that. Like, what if more than half the horror movies that they make now are actually like realistic? You know what I'm saying? Like
They
the
gotta
alien horror
start
movies,
somewhere.
like alien horror movies. There's possibly like an evil alien species out there that's ready to fucking terminate everybody. You know what I'm saying?
They get that from somewhere. They have to like you can't keep coming up with ideas like this. You have to have some kind of motivation.
Right. So I don't know. Like as far as it goes with conspiracy theories with aliens and all that shit, it can go on forever. I feel like this is something I can talk about forever. I'm sure this is something you could talk about forever. But
Forever. Yes.
this is shit that just goes out and out and out. Like it's something that's just gonna go on. You know what I'm saying?
It gets
It's
deep. Conspiracy gets really deep.
yeah. I don't know if you ever watched Ancient Aliens, but that shit goes in. I ain't
No,
gonna lie.
ancient aliens. That's like a documentary, or it's like a
Yeah, it's like documentary type shit. It's on what the fuck is
documentaries be
it?
creeping me out because just me knowing that it's real, just be like, all right. But like horror movies and stuff, you could tell yourself, okay, it's a possibility it's not real. But a documentary, you know it's real.
Right. And I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting. Like I think you should check out Ancient Aliens. Like it talks about a lot of like like prehistoric shit and like about how aliens were just help civilization and shit like that. It's mad interesting because that's what made me believe like damn like that's how they did. That's how they built the pyramids. That's how they got these structures to form the way they are and shit like that. And that's why this is why we have technology. You know, shit like that. So it's mad interesting.
I
So,
definitely will watch it.
yeah, hell yeah, check it out. But going into a change of pace. I know this is a wild change of pace because we're going from this and now we are going into.
Let me refill my little wine. Who's wine?
So you might want to drink. You might want to take a sip of wine now because we're getting into the relationship category. Mm, mm,
Okay.
mm. Relationships in this generation. How you feel about them? How do you feel?
Relationships in this generation. there are no relationships, and there's like real authentic ones. I don't feel that it's too much now. It's too much happening. Too many options. Um, Social media plays a huge part in
Yeah,
relationships. So I don't like them. I don't like them. It's very scary. And I feel personally it's very hard for men. It's hard for women, but it's very hard for men
I'm
in this
glad you
generation.
said that. What makes you say it's hard for men?
I feel
Tell me.
like social media it does play a big part, but I just feel like there's so much standards when it comes to men. Like, like us women expect so much of you. Some of the things I feel like is just impossible. And sometimes it's not even their own feelings and requests from you. Sometimes they see people getting certain stuff or feed into a lot of different things, and here she is not taking out on you and like asking you,
Yeah, yeah,
man, that whole I'm just a girl. You're just a man. Like, you work, you guys deal with so much stress outside of, the household relationships, and then you have like somebody being a partner that's not, being realistic and adding more stress to you because they're getting
yeah.
stuff from fictional plays. So I do
I
like
felt
it's
that.
very hard on men. Like us women, we could just pack up, put on a wig, put on some lashes, go to
Yeah,
the bar with just lip gloss and get like 5 free drinks. It's kind
yeah.
of easy. It's kind of
So
easy.
what I've noticed, especially in this generation, when it comes to relationships, is like women want a specific thing when it comes to men. And what I mean by that is like they want a specific height, they want a specific zodiac sign, they want a specific how much the motherfucker's making. And
Right.
now I'm saying they want a specific race, like they want a specific ethnicity in a dude too. And I feel like that's kind of fucked because it's like we as people, we live in diversity. We are a diverse group of people to
True.
begin with. You know what I'm saying? Especially us as Hispanic people, we have mixtures of white, we have mixtures of indigenous, of black, of Asian. We are literally the mixture of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the way people see it is like if you're like, let's say I go out and talk to an African American lady, you know what I'm saying? That looks good. She's probably gonna tell me because I'm 5'6", which is on the shorter end of a dude. She's probably gonna tell me like, hey, you're not 6 foot though. Or, she'll ask my zodiac sign and I'll say I'm an Aquarius because I am an Aquarius. And she'll say, nah, that don't roll with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with that. Or she'll be like, well, you're not black. So you know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
Like
lot.
that's
Standards
kind
are
of
crazy.
yeah, like that's kind of the thing that like a lot of men face too. Like I feel like that's kind of the main thing. And like if you're not making enough money or something, then it's kind of like you
Hmm.
gotta X that out. And me personally, I don't like telling people how much I make because for one, I don't think that's anyone's business to
And
know type
that's
deal.
true.
And on the other hand, it's like why would you want to know that right off the rip? You know what I'm saying? Because that already tells me one thing. Like you are wanting to know if I make enough to pay for your shit. You know what I'm saying? So type deal.
True. That's a lot of pressure for a man, and I feel like you could find a man. He's 6 feet. He's whatever perfect zodiac sign you want him to be, and then some women look at men like, oh, I don't want to. I gotta know how tall you are because if we have kids together, the
Mhm.
kids gotta be tall. I want my son. Stuff like that, and it's
Yeah,
like you can make a lot of money. But then you could be crazy. You could be ex-convict. You could treat your mom terribly. You could be knocking my head between a washer and a dryer every night. Oh, but he's 6 feet. He a
that's
good
crazy.
zodiac. He make a no. Like, they're looking for the wrong things, and it's like a lot of women are putting really, really great men in certain positions where they don't want to be good men anymore. They're paying for stuff that has nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
They're forced to live up to these unrealistic expectations, and that can
yeah,
be very hard. That can be
yeah.
very, very hard. So
Well, like me personally, like I'm not saying like me personally, like I'm the greatest man of them all. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like I feel like when it comes to relationships, people need to give each other in general just more of a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
even if one person's white or one person's black, like why not make that work?
Sure.
Like what's the whole point of not making that work? Like what's the hurt into it if it doesn't work? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Priorities are messed up.
and he may not be 6 foot, but like, what's the hurt if he's like 5'9", 5'8"? You know,
Right.
who gives a fuck? You know?
But here, these women are don't even look like the people that they really are looking in front of you. Like, oh, I want a woman who is X, Y, Z. Girl, you're not even
Mhm.
yourself. That's not, you're
Yeah,
not even yourself. But you want all this stuff from a
yeah.
partner, a husband. Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
then again, like I feel like I can't really blame them too much because I also do feel like it comes from trauma. Like maybe they were with the wrong dude, and that's what kind of fucked them up into
Right.
thinking this type of way. Like the zodiac signs, where they're like, I don't fuck with Leos or Scorpios anymore, and it's like, well, maybe they found out that dude that didn't fuck with was a Leo or a Scorpio, and they're like, nah, it's not gonna work. Um,
Yeah, but see, that's unrealistic expectations, and that is making somebody else pay for somebody else's mistakes. And once we get to like a certain age, we gotta take accountability and know all this stuff. Like, of course, when I was younger, teenage, I had a type. I wanted certain people, a certain man, a certain look. But then once you get older, it's like you have to check yourself. Like I changed. Like the list is changing. Like you have to really look for really great, authentic people.
yeah,
Like I said,
yeah,
I can look for what I'm gonna look for, but then it's like he's a terrible person. He's not
yeah,
funny. He doesn't treat me the right way. And
yeah.
then women go looking on social media for who they want, and then go looking for that person in real life, and those are two different things. The man you're looking at on social media isn't even that man because it's fake.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like it goes back to kind of more so like the dating apps, where it's like people are judging people off of what they look like versus what their actual personalities are. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And it goes back to TikTok too, where like you've been live. I'm obviously a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? I tried to, but I don't know. I kind of fell out on it. But when it comes to like TikTok live, like a lot of females I've noticed, because I'll go and just go on there just just to look, and it's more so I see that they're wanting these dudes to like gift them stuff and like give them those gifts or whatever, versus actually like trying to get to know that person that's giving them the gift and like trying to like socialize with them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more so about the money more than anything, if that makes
That's
sense.
true. Yeah, it's supposed to be just a chill vibe, like being on live, talking to people. I try to do the TikTok gifting thing, but I like the authenticity. Like I just love talking to people, like the engagement, because the platform itself can take you so far. So,
Yeah.
and then like women, getting on live and wanting money and stuff, that carries over into relationships. Like some women just feel like if they make more than a man, the man can't be with them, or
Yes, and that's crazy to me. Because, like, me personally, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. If a woman makes more than me, then I'm like, shit, good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing your thing. Like, I'm gonna support you. But my thing is also is like they don't want that. They're like I'm on top of the world type of vibe. Like
right. And they
we
tie
call
a
it,
lot of like the
huh?
financial stuff. They tie it into if a woman makes more than you, then she can do whatever she wants to do. She can treat you how she wants to treat you. Don't be respectful. And I think that is crazy. That is like
There's a word that we call that in my language. You know what that is?
I think I do, but I want you to say it first.
It's a creda.
Okay, I was gonna say pendejo.
Well, I mean, there's that too, but you know what I'm saying? There's that too, but no, we call them a creda or credas if there's multiple of them. So basically, that just means like they think like they're all that, they're better than everybody type deal. Like, and my thing is, there's nothing wrong with having confidence in yourself. Like, I've never said there was nothing wrong with having confidence in yourself. But then when you start to believe that you're better than people and you have that personality that becomes your personality, that's when you become a creda. You know what I'm saying?
Or
And
you got the women who are like, I am the man. Like, what?
yes. What do you think of that? I was going to get into that. What do you think of that change of dominance and what is the other one? Submissiveness. Like where the man is submissive and the woman is dominant. What do you think of that?
I think a lot of things are in play when it comes to that, but like men were created to be men, women were created to be women.
Thank you.
We are women were created to be soft. Like we're supposed to be soft. We are the creators. We house the children. We push
The
these children.
nurturers. Yeah.
Yes, we push these children out. We are to nurture everything. We're to nurture the household. We're
Yeah.
to nurture our partner. We're to nurture the children. That is our role. Like not even like a gender role. That is our whole purpose, our energy. That's how we are. So
Yeah,
for women to just haul off and say I am the man, that is crazy. And
it
then it's
is.
like men are accepting the roles where they're okay being, laid back and soft. Like some men are taking the princess role, and I'm just like, no. Like, what are we doing? Like, you want the girl with the money, and you want your nails and your feet done. You want your wife to give you money so you can go out with the boys. Like, why is this happening?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I like to get my feet and nails done, but that's just because I like to make sure that, head to toe looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to make sure I'm good throughout. But yeah, I'm not agreeing with the whole submissive thing. Like I
We
think,
are
like you
taking
said,
it
like the
crazy.
man the man has a role and the woman has a role. Now, if you
Right.
want to split that 50-50 within the household, that's cool.
Mhm.
But it should never lead to where the man is being, the feminine one and then the female is being the masculine one. Like it should never lead to that at all. You know what I'm
I have a
saying?
question for you. What do you feel about the 50-50, like the financial 50-50 in the household?
Financial 50-50, I'm with it. I'm with it. If it works, my thing is I'm with whatever works. You know what I'm saying? I'm with whatever works. If it works for that household, if it works for that family, go do that. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever works for you. At the same time, it should never lead to where the man is not supporting nothing and the woman is supporting everything. It should never
Sure.
lead to. And there is a lot of that where like the dude is like stuck playing motherfucking 2K or some shit, and the woman is the one that's paying the bills for the house or paying everything. And it's like, what the fuck is the dude doing? Like he doesn't even have a job. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that going on too. So it should never, my opinion, it should never lead to that. You know what I'm saying? Never.
True. I feel like the 50-50. I agree with it, but it's not just finances. Like the 50-50 is us coming together as a team. Because I feel like if
Yeah.
women
Yeah.
expect men to pay for everything, you pay for the mortgage, you pay for the cars, you pay for the food, you pay for the whatever. I can get a job. I can get a little
Mhm.
side, whatever, and I have all my money to myself. Now, me and my girls are going to Turks and Caicos. Me and my girls are going, what are you doing? Nothing, because all your money is going to the household. 50-50 is if you cook, I clean. I
Yes.
pay
Yeah.
these bills, you pay those bills. If I get the kids up in the morning and get them dressed, you take them to school. It's
Yes.
outside of finances. It's like
Yes.
energy and it's effort as well. So
Absolutely. I'm
even
glad you said that because I feel like there's not a lot of, excuse me, I'm not trying to like, disrespect no females or nothing, but I feel like there's a lot of females in this generation that just don't believe in that. Like they're
there
just like, look,
are.
I'm gonna be here. Like they're like, my pussy is enough type deal,
That is
and
true.
that's that. The man is gonna support everything, buy everything, pay everything, but I'm here. And that's that like mindset that's going into this generation too. You
That
know what
is
I'm
true.
saying? Going into a lot of these relationships, and I don't think that's healthy at all. That shit needs to change. Like
And
for
they're getting that from the internet for one. There are relationships like that happen, but honestly, the men who pay for everything, I know they are not 100% happy. You're not 100% happy. Like that
can
is
be.
not the peace. And then if so, she's not 100% happy. Like he's paying for everything. You have to do a lot. You got to wake up early. You got to probably iron his clothes. You got to do a whole lot of stuff that's just like to live the lifestyle you want to live, and you are not happy either.
Right, right. And it's not like that. That other one was a technology thing. I feel like we already got on to that, so we're gonna continue with this one. We're gonna continue with the relationship talk because this is getting deep. But yeah, my things is like I said, like I believe in the 50-50 thing for sure, and I believe what you said with the 50-50 thing 100%. So I'm glad you said that. It's just what can we do to really tell people like, hey, like this is what it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Because we could talk about it all day, but my thing is like, is there really gonna be a change? Like, is there really gonna be like people that are gonna change that up? Possibly not. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like like my thing is, what is it gonna take to really change that? You know what I'm saying?
That might have to be representation. There has to be way more of people like us, because people are gonna do what they want to do regardless. But if they
Mhm,
see it
mhm.
more, they're influenced more. If we have more authentic relationships on YouTube, like, authentic people on TikTok, and like relationships that really just show what it really is. Like a man is paying 110% of everything, and it's like the woman is doing nothing. Are you truly happy?
Right.
So
Right.
are you truly happy? So, and then it's like the realism of the world we live in. If he's paying everything, anything can happen at any given time. I always say this. Anything can happen. Aliens can abduct that man, okay? He can fall and break his leg. He's
Yeah.
not working. Who is paying for the kids? Still got to eat. Bills still got to get paid. If we're doing
Right.
50-50, it's okay, babe. I got you. I'm going to hold it down until whatever, whatever. And that's how it should be, because that is the realistic, scenario.
Right. And my thing is people don't really see it that way, and that's the real problem. Is people don't see it that way. People are just living like they're gonna be alive the next day, or they're
Right.
gonna, you know what I'm saying, or they're gonna be breathing and healthy the next day.
Like
And
everything is promised.
I feel like everyone should live every day like it's gonna be their last. Like there's a reason people have said that before. Like live every day like it's your last. Like people should really take that into consideration and literally live every day like it's your last. You
Because
know?
tomorrow doesn't even exist. Tomorrow does not exist. It's not here. It has not been created. It does not exist. All we have is today. And if people see this more and hear this more, I feel like that's how we could probably, you know, do a little bit of change and influence people.
Yeah, I feel like there's that too, but I also feel like if there was a change in music, if there was a change in movies, if there's a change in shit that's actually influencing them to actually be this way. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like music is power.
It
We
is.
all know music is very much powerful.
It is.
Everybody listen. Everybody loves music. Everybody listens to music. My thing is it really gonna be someone that's gonna change the game? I don't know.
Mm,
A lot of rappers these days, like I listen to rap music. I don't know if you do. Do you listen to rap music?
I do. I do.
So a lot of rap music in this day and age is talking about, like, as far as the guys go, it's talking about get hoes, get money, fuck bitches, all this shit, do drugs, all this type of shit, right? But at the same time, females rap like Cardi B, all them shit, all them Lotto. I love Lotto, but they talk about,
Oh.
getting dick and basically the same thing, just the other way around. And it's like, why is that the lifestyle? Like, why should that be the lifestyle to choose? You know what I'm
But
saying?
and people are gonna do what they want to do, because it even comes out where the people that are making these songs are not living the life that they're making these songs to. Like Beyonce. Beyonce really stood up there and said, all the single ladies, and went home to her husband. Hello. Got you on the dance floor looking crazy, and you really single. But this woman is a billion trillionaire and going home to her husband. So at some
Yep.
point, I said we have to really just check ourselves and be accountable. Like, don't let, and I'm glad you said music. That plays a huge,
Huge,
huge role
huge.
in the relationships and the expectations, and what people feel like they should be getting, and
Yeah.
watching celebrity couples, and that stuff is not real. It's not real. It's all entertainment.
A lot of celebrity, yeah, so that's the thing. A lot of celebrity, I'm glad you said that. A lot of celebrity couples aren't real at all. Like a lot of the cheating allegations and all these other things you hear about it are all entertainment and all publicity stunts.
I feel like the cheating is real, because they were never together to begin with, like,
The
and
cheating, the
then,
cheating, the cheating. I'm gonna say the cheating wasn't real. I'm gonna say that because they were never together.
right, it wasn't real. Like, they were out with who they really wanted to be with, but they were supposed to be with this person. So it looks like, and people just don't sit there and just think for themselves about any of that stuff. Like, this super couple, it's no bagels. This
Yeah.
couple that you don't know is not bagels. And then every celebrity that has had billions of dollars always had problems,
Mm-hmm.
always had problems. Like, oh, if you had you're watching them, you're doing all the stuff because they have money, they got the cars, they got the outfits, they're going here, they're doing this, they're having parties. That's nice and everything, but they
Yeah.
still have problems. You
Now, don't get
know,
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's still like celebrities out there that are in like legit relationships. For example, Ryan Reynolds and his wife. They're in a legit one. They have like a little playful, cute little fucking relationship, whatever. But like as far as the music industry go, I feel like it's just the music industry for some reason. They don't have like these legit relationships for some reason. You know what I'm
but
saying?
who you just named, he's not making all this get hoes, fuck bitches, get money
No,
music.
no, no.
They're making
He's just doing what he loves to do, and then he's going home to his regular life. You know what I'm saying? Versus these music artists, they're making this money, then they're going to clubs, they're going out and about, they're doing this, and it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not legit. It's not legit. So if people are basing these types of relationships into the real life, then it's not going to bring them anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not teaching anybody anything, if that makes sense. And that's what some people like to get butthurt about it. They're like, nah, I believe this and I believe that, and you're not going to convince everybody. You're not.
that
You're
is
really
true.
not. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's the reality of it.
So I have another question. I feel like people don't realize. You ever notice when you're talking to somebody new and you're trying to get to know somebody, that
Mhm.
question of, so tell me about yourself. It's so triggering. Like on social media, people are like, "Ugh, I hate that question, because people do
Is it
not know
actually?
themselves.
I've
People don't
actually
know
I've never
themselves.
gotten asked that question, or I've never asked that question to anyone else before. Is that actually a triggering question to people now?
To me, it was, and I really had to sit here and figure out why is this. It was like annoying, and then I saw like I was watching, like, I don't watch TV like that, but I was watching like stuff on TikTok, and it'd be like sitcoms, and it'd be
Yeah,
like stuff, and the question was like floating around like that 20v1, like the pop the balloon. Some
yeah.
people were up there asking it, and everybody was getting annoyed, and I was like, why? That question makes you reflect on who you are and what you really like. Tell me about yourself. Like, what do you do? I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's weird that that's triggering
Why?
because usually people like to talk about themselves, especially themselves. So that's kind of weird that that's triggering for people.
I feel like some people don't know themselves. Like you get on social media, you
Yeah,
wait to see how other people feel about a certain thing, and then you take on that. You take on that. Oh, they feel like Cardi B should be. Oh, I feel that way too. Like you don't have your own originality. So to
like their
ask
own
you,
personality. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So hey, what do you tell me about yourself? It's like you don't know. And I feel like that is a red flag. That is a red flag to look out for. So if you're getting to know somebody and you ask them small questions, what's your favorite color? What do you
Yeah.
want to do in your spare time? And they like are giving you some kind of rebuttal. Wait,
Yes.
swipe.
Actually, now that you say that, I was doing this thing. It wasn't even me trolling. It was me on TikTok just going through lives because I was bored as fuck. And I was like, I'm finna interview you with some questions. And I was just asking random questions like left or right Twix or like Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, or whatever the fuck, And but before that even started, when I said I'm gonna interview with some questions, they're like, I don't want no fucking interview. Like, I don't want to do that shit. And I'm like, what? Like, why is that? Why you get so mad?
They don't want to talk about themselves. They don't have accountability. They don't know who they are. I think that is crazy. And then for you to say TikTok women are like, a little, entitled. I feel like it's chill. Like a lot of men, they'll be playing a game, not. But I feel like they don't interact with people. They'll just be sitting there expecting people, because they're cute or whatever. You just automatically expect people to tap the
Yeah,
screen and gifts and talk to you. I'm like, that's crazy. If I had people sit up here looking at me, I'm gonna be talking to you. You could be doing anything. You could be
yeah,
somebody else's live. You're here with me talking to me. I'm gonna give you that respect and appreciation.
absolutely, yeah. And I mean, all the times I went live, I was like trying to interact and do what the other TikToker people do. It was just not really my style, so that's kind of why I kind of like slowed down from it. But yeah, as far as the females go, it's definitely like that. It's definitely like they feel like you need to send them gifts. Like they're there on camera, you have to send them gifts. If you don't, they're gonna block you or whatever the fuck. And that's kind of like where it is right now. I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of entitlement in this generation for sure. Definitely a lot of entitlement. A lot of people that want this fame, that want this attention. And to be honest with you, that fame, that attention, it's not what it's all cracked out to be. It's not. If anything, it's pretty stressful.
They gotta
Like,
learn. They
like
gotta
if
get
you get,
to
if you get to that point where you go to one place and everyone's like, "Hey, I've noticed you," like that's cool. But if you're a person that doesn't really like that type of attention and you just want to feel like you're a normal human being, which is what we all are, it's not really for you. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm kind of that person too. Like I don't really like to be noticed. I like to just kind of blend in with the crowd and just be one with the rest. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I live my everyday life. But I don't know. I don't like. I don't know. I don't get the whole hype of wanting this fame and wanting this attention and wanting all of this type of stuff when it's like not really that much worth it. If that makes sense.
It does make sense. It does. People have to get to a certain point on their own. Again, where you live and you learn. You get to that point and you have to learn a lot of scenarios. I like to be noticed behind camera, like making
Yes.
movies and YouTube
Yeah.
videos. Like, but in person, I'm a nice people person too. But it does get a point where you just want to be, normal. And sometimes I feel like me and my friends can't do that. Like, we can't go to a club and without having that, hey, aren't you such and such? And next thing you know, they're telling me about their business and their mixtape and,
The
can I
other
follow them
thing,
on SoundCloud?
the other thing is, for one, the club vibe is just trash. Like, let's talk about how the club vibe was back in the day versus now. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, people say it's whack. I've been to some clubs and I'm like, yeah, this shit's whack. Because like you go into a club, you don't see no interaction. This is just based off the clubs I've went to, and I've been to Korea, I've been to Texas, I've been all over the damn place.
True.
The clubs in this day and age are not it. There's no, like I said, there's no interaction. You walk in there, you see females twerking on dudes that they don't even know. You see dudes grabbing females they don't even know, and like really like aggressively grabbing them, trying to talk to them, and it's like, why are you doing that? You know?
Crazy.
And you see dudes taking drugs, passing out and shit. I had to help a dude up. I was like, this
Really?
shit is wild. Like this shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? So it's for me, the club vibe is not where it's at, if that makes sense. And people might say differently. I don't know, but for me, the club vibe is not where you want to like meet people. If that makes
No,
sense.
I agree. I feel like what the club vibe back then was fun. Like, we went to the club to have fun. Like,
Yes, yes,
talk to people, meet people, dance, all that stuff. I honestly feel like the club vibe now, it's a mixture between being this age and it's like, I don't have the energy for this, social battery is low, and a mixture of it no longer being fun, it just being a place to decompress, or like you can be stressed out, you can have depression, you can have anxiety, you go to the
yeah.
bar, you're around people, but you're drinking, so it's not the same motive, it's not the same intentions for going out anymore. It's different.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like even when I went, like I knew a lot of the club people too, just because they either appeared on the podcast or they watched it or whatever the fuck. So I got like that instant entry into like VIP or whatever. And even then, it's like the only reason people would talk to you is like to just get into like a VIP section or like to get the benefits that you have. And it's like,
Right.
what's
And
the
there's all that yelling. The yelling to talk to people too is like,
yeah? Trying
oh
to talk to people in the club is whack too. Like that's not
yes,
it.
stop yelling. Your breath stinks. And I just feel like that comes from being older too.
Have you actually like had an interaction with a lot of dudes where their breath stink?
Yes, I have. I act like their breath doesn't stink because I don't want to insult anybody or be like blatantly rude or anything. But I
Yeah,
have had like the places that I go to. Sometimes they have food and these guys are just eating garlic bread or like a lot of stuff. And then they come over to the open bar and they're talking to you like, sir, I know you. Or they smoke cigarette smoke. Oh my gosh.
that's the worst smell.
They smoke 3 packs of cigarettes and now you're really close in my ear trying to just melt my damn face off. Yes, I
That's the
have.
worst smell. The cigarette smell is the worst. I was raised by pretty much by my abuelitos and they smoke. Like my grandparents, they smoke. So yeah, I never liked that cigarette smell at
Um,
all.
Cigarettes too. That is the worst.
Nah, that shit is terrible. And if they're like breathing on you with that type of breath, like that shit is cancerous. Like that shit is
Melt it.
toxic,
You're
bro.
just breathing all that in. No, I hate that. I just feel like now I caught myself a couple of times. Like the first time ever in Texas. The first time ever I was in a club in Texas.
Yeah.
Mind you, we landed super early. I was drinking on the plane, drinking when we got to the Airbnb, and me and my friends called shot o'clock literally every 30 minutes. So 11 o'clock at night, we're in a club. I fell asleep.
Oh shit.
I mean, not even on low cute. In the no, I'm like arms on the table, knocked out, asleep in a club, and I catch myself a lot of times now, just like staring off into I should be home, or I should have stayed home, or I want to go home, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
It's kind of
that.
scary. It's kind of scary when you get to that point. 'Cause, like me, like when I go out, I don't like to drink too much just because I like to know my surroundings and shit like that too.
I'm sorry. There's a band
No, you're good. You're
going
good.
down the street. Oh,
You're
sorry.
good. You're good. No, you're good. But no, no, like me, like I like to like have a little bit of drink, but I like to be enough to where I'm like aware still. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
I want to be there.
I don't like to get too drunk. I don't like to get like blacked out or nothing because at that point I don't know what the fuck going on.
Yeah,
So
that's
I don't know where
dangerous.
the fuck I'm end up. So
Very dangerous.
very, very
Very
like I
dangerous.
think if you're going out and you're like even if it's to a bar or a club or whatever, I
Yeah.
feel like people should just still be mindful of what's their surroundings are because some people would just knock them shits back and black out. And
Don't even know what's going on. You have to know your limit, your outside limit. Like in the house, do what you want to do. You're home, you're safe, you know? But
yeah,
going out and doing that, especially having like girl code, you know, if one goes to the bathroom, we all go to the bathroom. If one leaves out, you have to be aware, you know, to
yeah.
realize all those things. Cause it's still dangerous for men and women in any social setting, especially when liquor's involved.
I stay mainly for women. Some dudes be weird, bro. Like in the clubs, out and about, like dudes be fucking weird. I've
Like buy
seen
you
it.
drinks and then now you're entitled to dance with me all night and give me your number. Who the hell said that? Who said that? And you I mean like you can't even move. You move, I move just like that. Like you move there with you. You go across the bar, they cross the bar. Like, sir. Nobody
If
asked you to buy
anything,
me a drink.
if I'm gonna go out, I like to get a little bit of that, a little bit of Zion, because that's actually what's gonna make me, feel better and feel good about everything. You know what I'm saying? Versus liquor. Like liquor is just gonna make me tired or make me black out and not know what the fuck going on. So that's just my thing. But I don't know. I think if you want to meet someone nice, it's not gonna be in a nightlife type of scenario, if that
No,
makes sense. It's gonna
definitely.
be it's gonna be like, go to the store, like go to the grocery store, go to the fucking library or some shit,
Go to the
go to
gym, go to the
the
park.
gym. Yeah, go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Go places like that
You
and
know,
you'll meet
man
some
cares
people.
about his health when he's in here working out.
Even the gym though, because I feel like there's also a lot of females where they're like, nah, he's looking at me. Like, I don't like that. He's looking at me. I feel uncomfortable. And it's like the dude's just working out. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? You
Poor
know what I
guy.
mean? It's
Poor
like,
guy.
because I believe it. I believe there's definitely like weird dudes out there that are trying to come after females. There's no doubt about it.
Very weird.
But I also feel like there's also females that play into it and they're like, I feel uncomfortable. He's staring at me. He's doing, and the dude's literally just working out, doing his own thing, or like trying to get his own pump in. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, let him get his workout in. Like, you don't need to cause drama. You know what I mean?
Nobody got in trouble for looking, but me. I could attest to that, but I'm okay with the looking because I know what I do. I like to wear cute little TikTok gym outfits. You know, I'm
Yeah,
looking at me. I know you're looking at me. I feel like
yeah,
that should be okay. If it gets further than that, if they're coming over harassing you, you know,
yeah,
touching you or something, that's different. But we all know, honey, your body looks amazing in those real tight ass shorts you got on. Okay, you barely have on a bra. Like it's cute. Guys are gonna look, especially when that's your nature. You know, you're attracted to
yeah.
women. You're going to look at women. That's fine. But as long as it doesn't surpass that, it's okay.
Well, my thing is like, what if the dude actually does find you attractive and just like comes up to talk to you, like not like touching you or nothing, but just like comes up to talk to you, like get your number and shit like that, or your Instagram or whatever the fuck. Like, is that a foul or is that like?
No, that is just regular human nature.
Ooh.
That's human nature to come over and actually have a conversation
Yeah.
with somebody.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Navigating that conversation. I know how to, you know, respectfully, because I've spent so many years feeling like, you know, like men used to follow me home when I was younger. So I found polite ways to let guys down, like, you know, just like navigate away from the initial thing without insulting him or like making his ego or pride hurt or anything. So
Yeah.
maybe some women don't have that, you know, I don't know, communication skill. Like maybe they insult me, like, oh no, I'm fine. I don't want your number. That can make somebody feel like, well, damn, now he's all like, why would I say it like that? Now it's a problem. So,
Me
no.
personally, I would just be like, oh, all right, maybe I'm not your cup of tea. Like it is what it is. Keep it moving. Like
But
even if
men
it's
cannot take
even
rejection
if
like that.
my thing is like even if it's as rude as that, like if they're like, you know, like I don't want that, I'd still be like, that's cool. Like I respect it. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. Like it is what it is.
Men cannot take rejection. That is a very hard pill to
That's
swallow.
what I'm saying. Like like men as men, like we need to just take rejection and we just keep shit moving. Like continue with your life, continue grinding, continue making your money, continue doing your thing. It's
Right.
one female, like it's one female that said no versus a whole abundance of
That
men
is
out in the world
true.
that could possibly say yes. Like it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? But some men, I don't know. I guess some dudes just don't understand that. I don't know. But
That's rejection.
I'm here to tell them that it's okay. It's okay if you get a no.
It's
Even
okay.
even the most attractive dude in the world got a couple no's. Like it's okay.
It's true. It's not the end of the world, okay? Maybe you dodged a bullet. Maybe this person was gonna ruin your life. Maybe she was crazy. Take it as a
Right.
blessing. Women can learn to be nicer and telling people no and letting them down as well. Not
Right.
triggering, not
Right.
disrespectful, not hurting their pride and ego. So
Right. Exactly. I mean, shit. I'm a person that's gotten rejected on their birthday, so it's all good. Like it's it's all fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it
that's
happens. You know
great.
what I'm saying? Like it's all good. Shit like that will happen. Like, but my thing is as a dude, like you just gotta learn to take a no. Just take a
That's
no.
true.
Enjoy your night, enjoy your day, and just keep it moving. Same thing with a female. If you get rejected by a dude,
Yes.
continue on
And
with
that
your
is not talked about enough either. Women getting rejected, like, man, it's possible, honey. It's it's possible.
it's possible. I
Maybe
don't see it very often, but it's possible.
I don't see it often either. But if your breath smells like cigarettes and he don't like cigarette smoke, that just might be your no,
What
right
if
there.
what if a dude's breath smelled like za? Would that be bad?
That is such like a calming scent. Like we all know that is a nice aromatherapy scent. I don't smoke, but I like the smell. So it's like I always said that if people who smell like that, I would gravitate towards them because you already have this zen, cool, chill energy about you. You're not
Yeah.
confrontational. You're not really messy. You're not doing nothing. You're just chilling.
Someone got in trouble. I heard a popo.
Look, they are wilding outside. I live across from a brewery, so they having a parade. They having everything.
Where'd you say you were from again?
I'm from Jersey.
Oh shit, Jersey active. I
I'm from Jersey, and I'm like 20 minutes from New York. So,
don't even know how far I'm from Jersey. I'm in Maryland right now, so I know I'm not too far.
oh, you're like what, 2, 3 hours?
Something like that. I
Two,
don't
three hours
know.
away.
I know
Yes,
I'm
I
like
want to come
30.
back down there. I love the
I know,
crab walk.
I know I'm like 45 minutes from Baltimore, so and like I'm like and 2 hours from Philly.
Okay, yeah, you're in that 2.5, 3 hour ballpark from Jersey.
Yeah, damn, Jersey sound active right now.
We trying to get all of our little activities out before it start getting cold, and nobody's outside.
Nobody outside.
No, it's about to be. Look, everybody's outside right now. They trying to be outside as much as they can before it starts getting cold, and they can't be outside. They knew I was going, on a podcast. They being so unprofessional right now. Loud and unprofessional.
Yeah, but shit. I mean, hey, the East Coast is active. It is what it is. Shit, man. I remember I was in Baltimore. I saw a bunch of crackheads.
In Baltimore,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You'll see a lot of that, especially at night. You'll see a lot of that,
I didn't
and
see
people
that.
selling, and people. Yeah, you'll see a lot of things.
I just
Baltimore,
went down there. I love their crabs. They have the best crabs.
that Maryland blue crab. Yeah, that's
Yes,
good.
so good.
Yeah, we know. Like I guess the state. Yeah, the state's known for the crab, but if you go to Baltimore at night, just be careful. Just
Watch out.
be careful.
I mean, we have them too, so it's nothing I'm not used to.
Yeah. What is it in New Jersey? Brick City.
Yeah, Brick
Brick
City
City.
North is Brick City.
Brick City. Yeah, I know that shit's crazy. I had a homie that came from Brick City. He was a rapper. But yeah, it's crazy time, crazy East Coast.
I was
I like,
born there. I was born in Newark.
you're born in Newark.
No, I wasn't born in Newark. I was raised in Newark. I was born in Arizona, so I grew up in Brick City.
Oh, you're like me. Shit, I was born and raised in Colorado, so like kind of. I don't like to call it the West Coast, but some people are like it has the West Coast vibe, and it's one of the parts. So they just kind of throw it into the West Coast type of
You
thing.
got, now that you say that, you got a West Coast vibe.
Do I actually?
You got a real chill West Coast vibe going on with you. You got the
Yeah. I mean, I
yeah.
moved to the East Coast when I was a teenager, so I mean, it makes sense.
Okay, you got a huge percentage.
Yeah.
Huge percentage in here.
I like the East Coast. I like the diversity out here. Like, I mean, there's not a lot of Mexicans. I mean, you'll find some, but like, it's a good diversity. I like it.
That's a lot of Mexicans in the West Orange, South Orange, East Orange.
Word, yeah.
A lot of Mexicans.
Like with the restaurants and everything. Like, I'm not.
With the restaurants, the bakeries, it's like 4 Spanish bakeries over here. I'm like, I get that, but what you need 4 of y'all for? What y'all need
No,
4 of
there's a lot of us somewhere. Shit, we go a lot of places. I guess you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to get me some bun over there. Shit, bun is bread, by the way. Like the bread. You said the bakery, so
Oh yes, yes, you got everything. And I talk about the Mexicans in my stand up, and I was like how their lives make sense. Like they're drunk at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they just get up, they pass out on the library lawn, they take a little nap, they get up, they walk down the street to their cousins, aunts, nephews, bakery or
yeah,
restaurant,
yeah,
you know, like Mama Lola's or El Puerto's or something. You get a lot of food. Like when you go to a Mexican Spanish place, you get so much food, like rice and chicken, avocado.
yeah.
Right. He eats that, right? He sobers right up. Then he's drunk again with his friends, like 2, 3
Telling you,
o'clock.
like I'm surprised I'm not a gordito. Like I eat a lot, man, and
Really?
that weight don't go nowhere. Like, I have a high metabolism, so that
Me
weight
too. Spanish food be rocking. I was like, all right, I'm not too big on the bakeries, but these little restaurants, come on, we want some arroz
yeah.
con pollos and some plátanos today.
Shit. You know what's up. I like that. You know what's up with the culture.
I
I
love
like that. You down with the culture. I love that
love
shit.
food.
Hey, you gotta check out some West Coast spots for sure.
I do.
Like,
I really do. I love to eat. Love to eat. That's like a
yeah.
bonding thing. Food, we can bond over food.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, me personally, to be honest with you, I don't know how to cook. Like, I'm the type of dude to burn a house down, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to eat it. I like to eat the food.
As
You
long
know
as
what
you
I'm
know what side you're on and you say on your side, that's all that matters.
saying?
That's
As
all
long as
that
I burn, as
matters.
long as I burn my side down, that's all that matters, huh?
No, as long as you know you don't go on that side and you stay on your eating side, we good. You find somebody to cook and nothing happens. Nobody gets burned down.
Absolutely. I got you. I'll stay on my eating side. I won't cook nothing. I
We
got you.
appreciate you.
Got you. I'm gonna just share the food. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share it.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. Play your part. We play our part. That's it.
I'll be the dude that hypes up the food trucks. I won't be the dude cooking. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But
Thank
this about wraps up the podcast. I'm surprised none of the other ones joined. I think one of them had issues joining. I don't know how, because it's
you.
just like a link and then you join right in, right? Like it was that
That's
easy for you.
really
So
what it is.
I don't know how where the struggle was coming from, but usually I have also questions at the end, but I didn't have enough time to like post the question or post a thing for people to ask questions and all
Oh,
that type of deal. But I definitely do want to invite you on another episode in the future.
thank you.
I definitely appreciate how chill you are. Like the TikTok you represent that in the real you, and I love that. We need more of that in this world. We need more of that generic, you know what I'm saying, good personality type deal. We don't get enough of that. I'm telling you right now, we don't. We don't
Oh,
at
I
all.
can do it again. Look, I can do the little peace sign balloon stuff again.
You know what I'm saying? We need more people with this type of personality for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shit, this probably won't be your only podcast. You know what I'm saying? You might get invited to other ones, and more collabs more are gonna be coming your way for sure.
I'll definitely always come back on this one. This is so cool. I love your questions. I love the openness. I love the same ways we kind of think, and I do want to experience it with you and like other people, So I'll
Yeah,
definitely.
I was hoping that the rest of them joined, but I guess they had troubles. I don't know what's going on with that, but I mean, I was gonna ask you too. Like, is this better than like the whole headset mic type podcast type deal? You think?
I don't think I've ever had that. A headset like podcast, like like actually in person kind of thing, or
You never had that before?
like in person one where we're passing around a microphone. I've had that. I've had a radio podcast. I kind of like the virtual podcast. Honestly, I've never had a virtual podcast. Like this is like dope. Like you're in your own home. That's a little bit better to be yourself. Like a little easier. Like as opposed to being, I don't know, in a room full of people you don't know, and it's like I said, the fighting to talk kind of thing happening. No, this is like really, really, and I see like your structure. So with more people, I
Yeah,
know the transitions, and it'll blend very well together. So
yeah. But
I personally like
the
this
transition shit was a little bit new. That's something new I was doing there. But
well,
you know what I'm saying.
that
But
was
shit, I appreciate that you came on. You were able to come on
great.
and vibe out on this episode. So I definitely appreciate that for sure.
Thank you.
Shout out to your Instagram, social medias, all that, so everybody can tap in.
I am Queen underscore Goldi underscore locks on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Again, my movie is gonna come out maybe the end of next month. I'm shooting it next week. I have a lot of different stuff I'm doing, and you guys can look forward to everything being on those platforms.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna tap into that for sure. I'm not a horror fan, but I'm gonna tap into that. I'm gonna
You're
tap.
gonna like this. I promise you're gonna like this.
Okay, I got you. I got
We're
you.
not doing no bendy
I
stuff, okay?
got you. I got you. Well, again, appreciate you coming on. Shit, stay blessed, and hey, I'm always here. I got you.
Yeah. Bye. Have a good night.
Yep. Thank you for coming